American armored forces would charge, using speed to simply try to disorient the Iraqis, and it worked. The Iraqis could not imagine armored forces this big, this powerful, moving at them as fast as they were.
It's a tactic developed by General Erwin Rommel, the great World War II German tank commander. And the M1A1 Abrams is ideally suited for this kind of warfare.
The gun stays right on target. It has a geo-stabilized system. And I mean, you can be moving out at 40, 50 kilometers an hour, going over bumps and firing. And then the shock effect of a 70-ton machine hurtling at you. I think this is the blow from which the enemy could never really recover.
And I'm looking over, and I can see past my wingman to my platoon sergeant. And I see an Iraqi jump up in front of him with an RPG. Iraqi is probably 50 meters in front of the tank. He slewed the gun onto the target. The gunner, very excited to see a guy pointing an RPG straight at him. Instead of flipping the coax, he just pulls the trigger. And he hit him what looked to me about center mass with a heat round. 120 millimeter projectile, about like that, in the center of the guy's chest. It looked like he imploded. The guy's body's just picked up and thrown away like a leaf.
So I tell the driver to pull up to this little mound, and as soon as he comes to a stop, he says, "Tank front." Roger, got it, thanks. And he goes, no, there's a tank to our immediate front. He goes, I see it. No, you don't understand. There's a tank to our front. And I just get up, push myself out of that turret, and I look down, and I go, I'll be damned. Well, what happened is I didn't realize the little mound of dirt that I told him to pull up front was a T-72. I just grabbed the commander's override, max deflect the 25 millimeter cannon. And then I said, we're scouts. We don't go toe-to-toe with tanks. We need to back up a little.
Here were, rows, literally 10, 15 tanks spread right across to the front. And you could see that these tank guns were moving. And I imagine, since these were manual T-72s, the poor Republican Guard was in there busily cranking to get the guns around towards us. And then all of a sudden, my tank went into a minefield. And this thing rocked this 70-ton tank. A fireball went over it, knocked me down to the turret floor. And fortunately, my driver was very tough-minded. So what the hell was that? And I said, don't worry about it, keep driving.
After the attack, we ran out and then captured some additional enemy prisoners. We put them in the back of our squadron tactical command post, Bradley. And as they closed the turret shield door, there was a picture of Erwin Rommel, who, we had admired and sort of patterned ourselves after in terms of his tactics. So this brigade commander says in perfect English, why do you have a picture of your World War II adversary in your Bradley? And one of our privates in the back of the Bradley said, listen, why don't you just shut the hell up? If you'd read a little bit more about Rommel, you wouldn't be sitting in the back of my track.